Plant-based, talking about vegan food without scaring you away. I'm Mike, and today, plant-based versus vegan. Are they the same thing? If not, what are the differences? I would say that vegan has become quite a trigger word for some people. About maybe 1 in 4 people in the United States, in my experience, have a negative reaction or a change in behavior when you mention that you're vegan. And this is reflected in the amount of vegans that I've talked to that actually go out of their way to hide the fact that they're vegan to make things easier. Why the word vegan is triggering is interesting to look at. For a lot of people, it's just like social osmosis. If you look at Osina O'Neill, before she went vegan, she said she hated vegans, yet she had never met a single vegan in her life. And John Venus had a similar view.
You know, I get everyone who, talks down to veganism, to vegans, because I was the same way. I fucking hated the shit out of veganism and vegans and the whole idea behind the diet.
I can make a whole video about vegan hate, but the point is, for whatever reason, a lot of people don't like vegans, but they have nothing against plant-based people. And that is why plant-based is a very diplomatic way of talking about vegan food without triggering people. But it's important to examine the actual definition of plant-based. To most people, a plant-based diet is more or less synonymous with a vegan diet. It does not encompass the belief system and ethics, like not wearing leather, that make up veganism. Here is the definition from happyherbivore.com. A plant-based diet is a diet that focuses around plant foods, fruit, vegetables, legumes, grains, nuts, and seeds, and 0 animal products. However, from a semantic or language perspective, the term plant-based is non-conclusive. Like how a nut-based sauce is probably going to contain ingredients that are not nuts, you might think that a plant-based diet might have things in it that are not plants, such as animal products. The Wikipedia definition actually reflects that, with a plant-based diet is a diet of any animal, including humans, based on food derived from plants, including vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and fruits, but with few or no animal products. While the Wikipedia seems to be a logical definition of plant-based diet, it does not reflect the main usage of plant-based, especially when you're looking at doctors like Caldwell Esselstyn, Neil Bernard, and Colin Campbell, who all use plant-based diet as synonymous with a vegan diet, as well as most people. The diplomatic value of plant-based goes pretty far, especially in the titles of studies. If you see the term vegan in a study, you're probably going to think it's biased. If you see plant-based, you're not. It's a bit like seeing something like Catholic diet or kosher diet or a Muslim diet reduces cholesterol. You're probably going to think that it's biased and pay less attention to it and think it's less legitimate. Same thing if you see vegan diet in a study, you're probably going to think it's funded by PETA and pay no attention. So is the term plant-based something that vegans should use? I say absolutely yes, especially because one of the biggest problems that vegans have is instantly turning people off by using the V word, and they instantly close their ears and listen to nothing you have to say. But in reality, they would likely agree with the basis of veganism, that we should not harm animals. And some people might be more likely to start a plant-based diet for a week, and at the end of the week, they'll realize they didn't eat any dead animals, and they didn't drink any stolen cow's milk, and the guilt goggles are lifted, and they can see the situation with a clearer conscience. Oh, that red liquid on my hands was actually blood. For instance, a woman once became vegetarian after getting food poisoning from meat. No ethics involved here. She said, quote, "That experience led me to swear off meat, which led me to become more open about animal agriculture. Information that has been all around me, but that I had been unwilling to see so long as I was still invested in maintaining my current way of life." That woman who is now vegan is Melanie Joy, who authored the book about carnism, why we love dogs, eat pigs, and wear cows, and is a very influential person who would have never become vegan if they didn't have a non-ethical push in that direction. In conclusion, plant-based is a valuable tool. It's a bit like the Trojan horse of veganism. What I'm trying to say is that plant-based is a tool that can be very useful when talking to less accepting individuals. That being said, use the term vegan a lot and make the term vegan normal. When I was starting my channel, I had to decide, what should my name be? Should I use vegan or not? Obviously, I chose to because I think it's really important to normalize veganism. So if you are vegan, you should use the term vegan as a default, but sometimes use plant-based diet if there's no other alternative. If you're not vegan and you hate vegans, then maybe you should try a plant-based diet. Alright, that's it for today. Like the video, otherwise I'm going to change my name to Mike the Plant-Based Person. And also subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thank you for watching.